Title of this YouTube video is called "One Person is Proof Enough." Comes from a conversation I had with Andy recently, and we were talking about the comments we get when people are trying to make excuses for excuses is the wrong word. Well, I guess it is. It's excuses for inaction. There's a lot of people who make excuses for why they're not trying, and they will have had some attempts maybe before, but they've not met with any success, and they have certain things they think are holding them back, and they end up tying everything to these aspects. So there's typically, it's like they're too short, they're bold, they're the wrong race, those sort of things. They have like the wrong skin color. Any number of things. Like some guys will make it as excuses for not taking action and mostly just being online and complaining. You see a lot of this on YouTube. You see a hell of a lot more of it on like Reddit and forums out there. And realistically, we want to try and create a positive community and a positive place, including on YouTube, in our comment sections and where people hang out when it's anything to do with our content. In that regard, then, we need like good responses or like good arguments to people who say this. And Andy's usual response is to put like loads of people up on his channel who have succeeded. Like he does these stories with people. He's got one coming out soon from a guy who was overweight, bold, and 5'7". He's had a guy called Ed on before who was 31 and a virgin and short. He's trying to like prove to people there are people who have succeeded with all of these things that people make up as excuses. And I always talk about I've talked about my balding journey a lot on this channel, and I've had way more success than I ever thought was possible, despite the fact I'm bald. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that is not a good hairline. That's why I wear a fucking hat. And the idea is like, if we prove to these people with examples, then like they should stop using it as an excuse. The issue is they just don't. And my response to like people who just don't stop when faced with like these examples of people who have succeeded anyway is that one person is proof enough. All you need to do to prove that it's possible is to go out there and find one person who has succeeded with the whatever impediments that you think you have. And if you can find that one person, you've proven to yourself it's possible, and you should shut the fuck up about like the excuses. I don't want this to get too negative. I want this to be like a positive, actionable advice you can take. So I'm going to stop myself from going on a rant. I want this to be like actionable advice so you can go out and find people who've got the impediments that you think you have. I want you to go out and find bold guys who have succeeded, fat guys that have succeeded, but mostly by losing weight, short guys that have succeeded. It's not really on us to find the proof, to be honest, even though Andy is finding this proof and doing interviews with them. But like, as long as we can post one, that is enough proof. I'm sorry, it just is. Like, we found one person that's proven it's possible. And like, I have very little time for people who accuse like me or him of being dishonest about this stuff. Like, we've been in the forums and the communities for years. We've been like working on our own goals for years with our own drawbacks. Like, he's got a ton he talked about with his depression as well, his agoraphobia that he used to have. And there's loads of us have overcome multiple fucking hurdles, especially mentally, with like our self-worth and our consistency and our like actual like adaptability and energy. And there's so many things in this journey you have to overcome. And it's really like grating to then make content about it and see someone come in thinking they know everything and being like, I've got this problem, so I'm a special case. And it's like, no, we've got proof of other people who have succeeded. One person is enough, and I'm going to keep saying that. You just have to know that it's possible. That's all you need to know. It doesn't have to be likely, it just has to be possible. You may have to bust your ass for a few years. Plenty of guys I've seen have done that. In fact, the guys I respect the most are the guys who busted their ass for years and just had no desire to quit. I have no respect or time for the guys who quit immediately and spend the rest of their life making excuses, dragging other people down, telling everyone who's got the same problems as them that they're never going to make it because they're bold, because they're short. Those guys especially can fuck off. But if you're out there and you've still got hope and you still want to give it a go, I'm telling you, there's enough proof out there. You've just got to go and find it. I do recommend you go and find this proof. I recommend that you go and find the people who have succeeded, who are bold, fat, like whatever race you are, all of those things, and just eat up their stories, take it to heart what they did, maybe follow exactly what they did, whatever you need to do. But there is hope out there is proof out there that you can succeed whatever you think is wrong with you. I'm going to leave it there. Peace out, guys.